Hello friends, welcome back. I am Dr. Sonu Yadav and today's topic of discussion is cellular aging. Cellular aging, whenever there is exposure to exogenous influences, that is, whenever a cell exposes to exogenous influences, then there will be accumulation of cellular and molecular damage. This will result in genetic abnormality and there will be decline in cell function. This results in cellular aging. So, whenever the cell is exposed to exogenous influences, there will be damage, cellular and molecular damage, which result in genetic abnormalities which will alter the function of a cell. There will be decreased functioning and viability of a cell. There is progressive loss of functional capacity, difficulties in maintaining the physiological homeostasis. So this is cellular aging. It is defined as loss of functional capacity and progressive decline in proliferative capacity which ends in cell death. Ultimately, when the cell loses its function and proliferative capacity, it will lead to cell death. Morphological alteration due to cell aging. There will be irregular and abnormal location of nuclei, pleomorphic and vacuolated mitochondria, dilated and distorted endoplasmic reticulum, distorted Golgi apparatus. These are the morphological alterations seen during cellular aging. There will be irregular and abnormal nuclei. Their pleomorphic and vacuolated mitochondria, dilated and distorted endoplasmic reticulum, and distorted Golgi apparatus. Now, what are the causes of cellular aging? Various factors play important role in cellular aging, so it is multifactorial. They can be genetic and environmental factors. Genetic abnormalities causes progressive decline in the function and viability of a cell. Environmental factors, these include diet, social condition and development of age-related diseases. Now, mechanism behind cellular aging. Mechanism. It is of two types. First one is decreased cellular replication and the second is accumulation of defective metabolic and genetic damage. Accumulation of metabolic and genetic damage. So the first one is decreased cellular replication. Again, it is divided into two types: telomere shortening or telomerase defect. Telomere shortening. Telomeres, they are the biological clock. They are present at the end of every chromosome. They are protective, short repeated sequences of DNA present at the end of chromosome, end region of chromosome. Suppose this is a chromosome, then they are present at the end region of chromosome. They are short repeated units and they are protective. They ensure, the function is to ensure the complete copying of the chromosomal ends during S phase of the cell cycle. With each cell division in somatic cells, a small section of the telomere is not duplicated. Very important. With each cell division in somatic cells, a small section of the telomere is not duplicated. and telomeres become progressively shortened. When telomeres are sufficiently shortened that there will be no further cell division, then cells stop dividing, leading to terminally non-dividing state. Whenever there is cell division, 3-4 rounds, on each cell division, with each cell division, a small section of the telomere is not duplicated and it will goes on shortened. And when there is a state when telomeres are sufficiently shortened, cells stop dividing and will have a non-dividing state. This will result in cellular aging. Now the second is telomerase, an enzyme that regenerates and maintains the telomere length. So whenever there is any defect in the telomerase, it will not maintain the length and it will not regenerate the telomere. This will lead to cellular aging. It is absent in most of the somatic cells, whereas germ cells have high telomerase activity and thus they have extended replicative capacity. In cancers, the telomerase may be reactivated in tumor cell, resulting in maintenance of length of telomeres, and there will be no cell aging. The cell will goes on replicating and increase in the and lead to increase in the malignant cells. Now the second type is the second mechanism, accumulation of metabolic and genetic damage. Coming on to the metabolic damage, the metabolic damage is as a result of reactive oxygen species or there is decrease in the repair mechanism. Reactive oxygen species, it may be either produced in excess or there is reduction of antioxidant defense mechanism. Defective repair mechanism, many protective repair responses counterbalance the metabolic damage in cell. One of them is endogenous DNA repair enzymes. So whenever there is any defect in the repair enzymes, it will lead to cell aging. So this is an overview of the mechanism. Mechanism was of two types. It involves decreased cellular replication or accumulation of genetic and metabolic damage. Decreased cellular replication means it is further subdivided into two types. Telomere shortening, when the telomere reaches its end, that is, it is not further be shortened, this will lead to a non-dividing state. Defective telomerase, telomerase is an enzyme which help in regenerating and maintaining the telomere. So whenever this is defective, it will lead to cell aging. Accumulation of genetic and metabolic damage. Metabolic damage will include excessive reactive oxygen species production and reduction of antioxidant defense mechanism. And genetic damage will include whenever there is decreased DNA repair enzymes. Now there are certain factors that increase longevity, that is life of a cell. There are certain factors which will increase the life of cells. Calorie restriction appears to be mediated by a family of proteins known as serotonin. Now what is the function and actions of serotonins? They promote the expression of many genes which increase the life of a cell by increasing their metabolic activity and reduce apoptosis, that is a form of cell death, and stimulate protein folding and inhibit the damaging effects of oxygen-free radicals, which will lead to cellular aging. Serotonins also increase insulin sensitivity and glucose metabolism by thus increasing the metabolic activity of a cell. And there are various growth factor signaling. Growth factor signaling and calorie restriction, these are the two factors which increase the life of a cell. Now this is an overview of the cellular aging. Carcinogen exposure and sporadic errors, the reactive oxygen species which lead to DNA damage, which result in mutation, leads to cellular aging. Cellular senescence because of telomere shortening. Now, if there is telomerase shortening, the cell will not replicate. It reaches a non-dividing state, results in cell loss, ultimately cellular aging. If there is defective protein homeostasis, there will be decreased normal protein and increased damaged protein. So the cell function is decreased, leading to cellular aging. Now there are various nutrient sensing mechanisms. Nutrient sensing result in altered transcription, which these are sensed, altered transcription, these are sensed, and there will be increased DNA repair and increased protein homeostasis, which will counteract the aging process. So this is all about cellular aging.